It's your cycle buddy. Today I want to share with you the best strategies that I have for dealing with being in crisis, emotional tsunamis, or the pull of self harm. I've written them down. So I'm going to glance down from moment to moment. The first one is move a muscle, change a thought. And that's a rough one to do when you're in a really horrible place. But even if it's stand up off the couch, reach up toward the sky, and reach down to your toes. Change a muscle, move a thought. If you have it in you to put on tennis shoes, fantastic. And walk. That's a good way when you're in the morning. If you have it in you to get dressed, put your shoes on too, even if you're not going anywhere. And then when you have it in you to get off the couch and step out your front door, just out your front door. Doesn't even need to be a walk, just out your front door. And you can have a different thought. Number two, in down goes to out up. So for this one, when your thoughts start doing the rabbit hole thing and your mood starts to plunge, when you notice it's doing that, then you turn um, and you think in down, out up. And that means pay attention to somebody else in a positive way. So the easiest thing that I do for this is text someone that I love, and instead of texting them, I'm in pain, help me, because that would be out down. You want to text them, I miss you. What's up for you today? How are you feeling? So out, in down goes to out up. Um, be gently responsive to your own needs. This is a good one for when we're in trauma and we're denying ourselves our self compassion. So, um, when you feel that you need to step back and not be surrounded by people, then step to the bathroom by yourself to recombobulate for a moment. Or if you're lying there on the couch and you're thirsty, then okay, get up and go have a drink. Or if you're in a difficult conversation and you can tell that you need space because it's troubling you, then you can always excuse yourself to go to the bathroom too. I use the bathroom a lot. Um, unhook into pleasure instead of overwhelm. This is a really important one. So, a lot of people who go through trauma are driven, and we're driven in part to prove to the world that we deserve to exist, or we're driven to overcome our own conviction that we're not good enough as we are. And oftentimes, that drivenness will use up all of our energy and then crash. So, when it comes time to unhook, and it's best to do it systematically before the sirens go off, when it comes time to unhook, instead of unhooking into crying and overwhelm, unhook a little earlier than that into something that feels good. So for me, that might be a bath. For my husband, that would be a run. For my daughter, that would be going up to her room to listen to music alone, or it could be reading a good book. Definitely doesn't have to involve indulgence in food or smoking or drugs. Um, it's best, obviously, if unhooking into pleasure does not involve putting something in your body. That's another habit that we driven people have a tendency to turn to. So unhook into pleasure instead of overwhelm. And the last one is bother. If you have it in you, bother. to get the little thing done, because then there will be one less little thing stressing you out. To put the fork you left on the table in the kitchen, just a little thing. So, because oftentimes our depression gets represented by the messiness of our environment, and then the chaotic environment reinforces the idea that we have way too much to do and we can't move. So, bother, and if you don't have it in you to bother, then radically accept that fact and do it with intention. For the next hour, I am going to lie here on my couch. That's that. And then when the hour ends, bother to stand up and do something. Change, move a muscle, change a thought. That's what I got.